Don't ignore this. I am Archangel Michael, and I'm speaking because your spirit has already sensed what your mind keeps denying. Someone close to you, someone who smiles gently, listens carefully, and stands inches from your life, is not who they pretend to be. You felt it last night, that strange heaviness, that sudden drop in your chest when they entered the room. That was not anxiety. That was your intuition warning you before heaven intervened. I saw their intentions. I saw the conversation they had about you when you weren't there. The tone changed, the truth slipped, and their mask cracked just enough for heaven to pull you away. Listen to me, don't trust their apologies, don't trust their sudden kindness, don't trust the "I'm here for you" they rehearsed in their mind. They want something, access to your peace, your plan, your path. And the moment you let them too close, they take what they never earned. But hear this clearly, you are protected. Your name has already been placed under divine watch. And the moment you choose distance over loyalty, truth over sentiment, discernment over guilt, their power ends. Back away quietly. Observe everything. And let heaven reveal the rest. Now listen carefully, because I'm about to tell you exactly how you'll recognize the person I warned you about. They won't expose themselves through anger or loud mistakes. They'll expose themselves through something subtle, something small, something they won't be able to control. Watch their eyes. The next time you succeed, the next time you smile, the next time you share good news, their face won't celebrate you, it will freeze for a split second. A flicker. A tension. A hesitation that betrays everything they've been hiding. Jealousy cannot hide in the presence of light. And when you speak about your future or your plans, notice this, they will redirect the conversation, minimize your progress, or plant the smallest seed of doubt. They do this because they fear your growth, your elevation exposes their stagnation. Heaven showed me the moment their mask slips. It happens when you decide to choose yourself. That's when their true intentions surface, not out of courage, but out of panic. Do not confront them. Do not explain anything. Just observe. Because once you see the sign, you'll never unsee it. And that is when the real truth begins. You're wondering why this person was allowed so close. Why heaven didn't block them sooner. Why your heart opened to someone who was never meant to carry it. Let me tell you the truth, some people enter your life not as blessings, but as mirrors. They reflect the wounds you still haven't healed, the boundaries you never knew you needed, and the lessons your soul can't avoid anymore. This person approached you because they sensed your light, long before you sensed their shadow. People like them are attracted to soft hearts, generous hearts, trusting hearts. Not because they love them, but because they want to feed off the warmth they never learned to create themselves. Heaven permitted their presence for one reason, to show you what loyalty should never feel like. Every uncomfortable moment, every strange instinct, every heavy silence, was not punishment, it was education. And now that you see their pattern clearly, you are no longer vulnerable to it. You didn't meet them by accident. You met them so you would never again confuse attachment with love or proximity with purity. The lesson is complete. Now comes the unfolding. Now that your eyes are open, you must hear this. Heaven has already begun rearranging your path. The moment you distanced yourself from the wrong person, every blessing that was blocked started moving again. I see doors shifting, connections aligning, opportunities that once felt distant now circling back with urgency. But here is the twist, the person who tried to dim your light will feel your absence like a loss they can't explain. They will return, not because they've changed, but because they sense you've broken free. Do not let them re-enter the same way they left. Your future has no vacancy for people who drain what they never built. Heaven is preparing someone who celebrates your wins, protects your name behind closed doors, and carries a heart that doesn't compete with yours. Your next chapter requires clear borders, stronger discernment, and a courage you didn't know you possessed until now. Walk forward. Look back only to recognize how far you've come. And remember, when heaven removes someone, it's never subtraction, it's preparation. Listen closely now, because this is the part most people ignore, and ignoring it is what keeps them trapped. The person I warned you about will not let go easily. When someone benefits from your confusion, your clarity becomes their enemy. They will test your emotions, create confusion, and mirror your language to regain your trust. Do not fall for this. Fake remorse always comes before real exposure. When you feel that familiar heaviness return, stop immediately. Your spirit is warning you. The next 7 days are protection days. Heaven is repositioning you, and anyone not aligned with your elevation will fall away naturally. Let it happen. Release without announcement. Distance without drama. Your safety depends on your silence. This is what will happen next. A truth you weren't looking for will come to you, accidentally, suddenly, without effort. You may overhear something, notice a detail you once ignored, receive a message meant for someone else, or someone close to them may slip. Heaven is orchestrating this moment. Not to hurt you, but to free you so deeply that you never question your worth again. When the truth arrives, you won't feel heartbreak, you'll feel confirmation. After exposure, they will panic. Their story will change. Stay calm. Your silence becomes your shield. Every mask eventually melts in the heat of authenticity. Theirs is already cracking. And when the truth is fully exposed, you won't collapse, you'll rise. Your destiny timeline has shifted. The moment you detached from the wrong energy, your life realigned with your true path. You'll notice respect, opportunities, peace, clarity, confidence. This is spiritual realignment. For years, someone around you drained your momentum. But heaven is restoring everything you lost in silence. You'll feel an urge to clean your space, rewrite your goals, cut ties, rethink your life. These urges are divine instructions disguised as emotions. Follow them. Within 30 days, a major sign will arrive. Don't run back to what broke you. You are stepping into a higher identity, one with sharper intuition, stronger boundaries, and divine protection in every step. Heaven is assigning new connections, people who celebrate your soul, speak truth, and carry honesty without envy. You will feel lonely for a moment, that is natural. Every elevation begins with separation. But your new circle will arrive at the exact moment your old patterns die. Your story will not end in betrayal. Your heart will not end in confusion. Your future will not end in loss. You were removed from danger before you even understood the threat. You are safe. You are rising. And heaven has already walked ahead of you. When heaven pulls you out of a dangerous connection, the shift doesn't just happen in your heart, it happens in their life too. The absence they caused in you now returns to them. The confusion they planted in your soul now roots in theirs. The silence you choose becomes their mirror, and mirrors never lie. They will feel you withdrawing before you say a single word. You'll notice it, their sudden attempts to reconnect, their strange apologies, their forced reminders of good times, their unexpected interest in your routine. Do not be fooled, this is not love returning. This is control losing its anchor. Heaven showed me this reversal moment. It happens when they realize your light is no longer accessible, when they no longer have permission to your peace, when the version of you they manipulated no longer exists. And that's when they become unpredictable. Stay still. Stay grounded. Stay aligned. Because heaven is not just protecting you, it's exposing them to their own truth. You are now approaching the moment called the crossroad. You're about to enter the phase called divine rearrangement, where everything that once confused you suddenly becomes clear, where the motives behind people's actions reveal themselves without effort, where doors that once stayed shut now open with a single touch, and where situations that felt impossible start bending in your favor. This is not luck, this is alignment, and in the days ahead you will see people behaving strangely around you, not because you changed, but because they can no longer recognize the version of you they once controlled. Some will distance themselves without explanation, some will try to return with convenient timing, and some will pretend nothing ever happened. But watch carefully, heaven is organizing your relationships according to truth, not sentiment, and anyone whose intentions are unstable will be unable to remain close to you. Soon you will feel an inner stability unlike anything you've known before, a grounding so deep it will feel like your spirit finally found its real home, and with this comes a new sensitivity. You will sense lies instantly, feel manipulation in seconds, read energy before words, and know the difference between loyalty and attachment without needing proof. This is your upgraded discernment, a gift you earned through pain, and you will never again fall for the same traps that once held you hostage. Then comes the phase of silent upgrades. Your mind will sharpen, your creativity will return, your motivation will rise, and memories that once hurt will lose their sting. You will begin attracting opportunities that match your healed identity, and people who overlooked you will wonder why they suddenly feel small around you. This isn't arrogance, it's alignment, because your energy is rising faster than their comfort zone can handle. Soon after, a moment will arrive where you are tested, not by danger, but by choice. You will have the chance to return to something familiar, someone familiar, a pattern familiar, but your soul will feel the shift and whisper, you don't belong here anymore, and if you listen to that whisper, the breakthrough that has been circling your name finally lands. This is the crossing from survival into purpose. And finally comes the prophecy of establishment. Once you step into this new identity, everything attached to your old wounds loses access to you forever. People who once confused you will no longer affect you, situations that once drained you will feel foreign, and the version of you that tolerated mistreatment will feel like a stranger. Heaven will anchor you in clarity, lift you into confidence, and guard you with a peace that no one can touch. And when the right person enters, whether friend or partner or destiny-aligned soul, you will recognize them instantly, not by excitement, but by safety, by the way your spirit settles instead of shrinking, by the way your intuition whispers, this time, you are home. You are entering the most dangerous and most powerful stage of your transformation, the stage heaven calls, the silent separation, where everything that is not aligned with your destiny begins to fall off your life like dead branches breaking under their own weight. You will feel this shift deeply, not as fear but as awareness, a sudden clarity that arrives without warning, pulling you out of situations you once tolerated and relationships you once begged to understand, because truth is finally louder than your hope. In this stage, you will watch people reveal themselves without you asking a single question. Someone will show jealousy in their smile, someone will twist your words, someone will pretend to support you but flinch when you succeed, and someone will act confused about why you're changing. Do not doubt what you see. This is heaven peeling away every mask around you, exposing every hidden motive, revealing every secret conversation that carried your name in the wrong tone, and lifting every veil that protected someone's access to your life. You will feel moments of emotional heaviness, not because you're losing anything valuable, but because your spirit is detoxing from energy that should have never been near you. The tiredness you feel is not weakness but release. The quietness you feel is not loneliness but recalibration, and the distance you're creating is not avoidance but divine preservation. As you walk through this purification, you will notice your mind sharpening. Things that confused you will suddenly make sense, old memories will reorganize themselves, and patterns you ignored will stand out like warnings written in lightning. You will realize why relationships failed, why certain people drained you, why your intuition was screaming, why you felt unsafe in moments that seemed calm, because your discernment is no longer a whisper, it is a command. Heaven is not just removing the wrong people, it is elevating you to a point where their energy can't even survive in your presence. This is why they feel uncomfortable, why they react strangely, why they try to pull you back into conversations, arguments, or cycles you already healed from. They are not missing you, they are missing the version of you who made their life easier. You will feel a sudden rise of self-respect, a burning clarity that says, I will not shrink to be understood, and as you embrace this identity, the entire spiritual atmosphere around you shifts, blessings start moving again, ideas start appearing again, opportunities start calling again, because the blockage was never lack, it was the wrong connection attaching itself to your future. Now pay attention, there will be one final attempt from the person who once drained you. They will appear with soft words, familiar memories, emotional bait, or innocent questions meant to reopen the door heaven is trying to close. Do not fall for their confusion disguised as concern, do not let guilt override your discernment, do not let nostalgia erase your boundaries, because every time someone returns from your past, they are either sent to test your growth or witness it. You must choose wisely. In the coming days, you will wake up with a strange peace, a stillness so deep it feels supernatural. This is your confirmation that heaven has stepped ahead of you, rewiring your path, redirecting your destiny, and placing protection around your name that no enemy can cross. You will begin attracting people who speak with honesty, who celebrate your spirit, who value your presence, who see your worth without needing to take from it. These are your alignment connections, the ones heaven hid from you until you released those who could not grow at your pace. And as this new circle forms around you, you will notice your confidence rising, your purpose sharpening, your intuition guiding you softly but accurately, reminding you that you survived what was meant to destroy you and grew from what was meant to break you. The chapter ahead is not about fighting, it's about receiving, expanding, stabilizing, stepping into the identity you were always meant to carry, the identity that carries authority without fear, wisdom without bitterness, love without attachment, and strength without hardness. Walk forward now, you are not who you were, and you will never again be pulled back into the versions of life you outgrew. Heaven has sealed your path, elevated your spirit, and prepared your future. All that's left is for you to keep moving toward the door that destiny has already unlocked.